Okay, good day everyone. How has your week been? I hope you guys have had a good week. This week on my trading journey has been more of like an exposure or a week that kind of exposed my weaknesses, and overall I will call it a learning week. Yeah, because I don't take losses as losses. I see them as errors that I can fix. Yeah. So this video is going to be just about the losses that I've taken so far this week, the lessons I've learned from the losses, and my what I plan to do going forward. So as you guys may know, I'm currently on the phase two of my account, 5K account. Yeah. Um and being on that phase two account, I mean, I wouldn't say it's I would say it kind of puts a little pressure, but I am trying to, not see it as such, but instead as just a normal account that I just have to place systematic trades. Yeah, nothing more, nothing less. I don't think about the phase two or phase one. I only see it as a stage that I still have to keep on executing the trades, my system trades and all. So yeah, starting from what gold, I all my losses this week was on gold. I didn't see any trade on Euro USD. Why? Because let me start from Euro USD, then I'll go on to gold. Okay, I knew overall that Euro USD was bearish. Market was around here when it opened. This is Monday. Yeah, around here. So I knew that Euro USD was bearish. This was the last place it mitigated. Then I had because this was like my current dealing range for this. Then for my overall dealing range, I'm still this is my current dealing range because I mean it has a break of structure and everything. But for my overall dealing range is this high to this low. Because I told you Euro USD is overall bearish. If you so judging from that, we can see that price is currently at the discount of the sell leg. Yeah. So price currently reacted from here, and started dumping. Why I did not take any trade, you may ask. I mean, is when a bias clouds your judgment on a trade. So I was waiting for buys. Yeah, but I was waiting for buys. Why? Because price was at the discount of this internal buy. And my logic was if this was where price was at, yeah, okay, when price dipped into here and sort of created this and dipped into it more, I had this high marked out that if price takes it out, I'll look for buy. But price did not take it out. So I mean there were multiple setups, yeah, but I missed them. There's this setup that I had here, sort of this one. But like I said, I didn't take it because I didn't want to buy at the I don't want to sell at the discount of this buy leg till price gives me a reason to. And I was not given any reason to buy. So I missed all the sales that happened here. Now hold this what I'm about to say, or this sentence I'm about to say. Due to the fact that I was looking at not trading because I was in discount of this sell leg, imagine me having this mentality on Euro USD, then doing the complete opposite on gold. As I said, this week was sort of like an exposing week. So I did take entry on Euro USD. This is my current outlook because I mean price has given me a change of character. I want to keep selling till I'm given a reason not to sell. I'll keep it like that. So this is why I'm selling from here, because this is like the last order block that failed, the last strong demand that failed, which flips more of like a supply turn resistance. I be demand turn supply. I they talk am. But sharp a sell a buy zone that failed and more of like a breaker block. Yeah. and it has like an FVG to give me an extra confluence. This is like what I'll be looking out for on Euro USD. Now on gold, where I made all the losses. Okay, I didn't even say that. So gold began the week at around. Sorry for I don't have this replay too. I yeah, I don't have it. I use for what I use in backtesting. I use like a site to backtest, so I don't really use TradingView for backtest. So um, I the week started at around here. Am I okay? No, no, here. It's a mistake. The week started here. What was I saying? Um, okay, I had a market structure shift here. Let me go to lower time frame, and let me tell you where my whole losses started. So I had a market structure shift here. This high swept liquidity, I get from this internal high and sold off. Then it took it out. So this is like my market structure shift here, which indicated that okay, we might start seeing buy price actions. So what I did was just to wait. Honestly, I just waited. Then price took out this high, confirming the buy my buy what is it called? My buy bias, I would say. So when price took out this high, I started looking for buys, but I was not active on the chart. I mean, I missed a setup around here. I missed the setup here. It's like a good it's like a good setup around here. It's a good, very good setup around here, which I missed. I was not active, like I said. So I missed this. Then I where I saw when immediately price took out this high, you can see price swept the high. You can see it swept this high. So immediately price took out this high because this was like a valid supply to sell from. So immediately price took out that high in form of liquidity. I knew that overall this would be my target. So on this trade I had a target, which is where I expect price to get to. I had a target. I had what is it called? Yeah, I had a target overall. So I had to just look for good entries to buy to this target. So this was what I did. So I got a buy setup around here. This was my buy setup. I saw this high respecting and failing to break below this low. Instead, it respected this sort of a breaker block. You can see it aligns with this break of structure. So this is more of like a double break of structure too. This a double break of structure, internal break and main break. So it respected here this sort of a breaker block, and my entry was here. I had an entry from here. So I now noticed something. When price bought from here, as you know, my target was this internal high here. So yeah, I was given a 1 is to 6 about that. So when price bought, swept this liquidity, came down to my entry, still failed to break above this high. I knew that something was wrong. Then I closed at break even. I don't normally break even anymore on my trades, but I had to close because I was looking at price and it didn't give me what I wanted to see. It only swept this high liquidity and came down to my entry, failed to still break above the high and started selling. So I broke even on this trade. And my what I learned from this break even was that I was currently buying from a premium zone, as you can see. So price came down using this as the liquidity, using this as liquidity. price came down, took it out, which also means it dipped into the discount level of this internal buy leg here. You can see it dipped into the discount and now bought. So break even, I missed that setup. So yeah, and why I did not, I would say why I did not really pay attention to, though it's not an excuse or I'm not trying to justify my mistake here. I didn't really see anything here in this discount. I didn't see anything in this discount. One, there's no like fair value gap, which is also a good PDRA for me. There's no fair value, like not really. You can check other time frames. You can see there's really no fair value gap or nothing. I mean, price showed me that there's something there he wants to come to. So there was really nothing for me to, as I now I'm even seeing this little fair value gap here. So there's really nothing for me to say, okay, could hold waters below here, but I mean, what happened happened. So that was my first breaking for the week. Then I waited. I missed. I was not on the chart when this happened. This was like a good entry position to buy from, judging from the fact that my overall target has not been met. Yeah, this is like an entire range creating. The same thing that happened on gold. If you could recall in my previous video last week or last 2 weeks, the same thing of price will drop, give some sort of liquidity, then come back to take it and continue dumping. It's the same thing that happened. So it's more like a repetition. Yeah, more like a repetition. So I got caught. I missed this trade. Then this is where my losses started. I had this zone of for my buys. So dumb of me. I was using this as liquidity. While I have a rule that says if objective target has been met, I just need to wait to see price intent. Yeah. So judging from the fact that my internal range liquidity has been met, there was really no need. I would say no need for me to keep buying. One, that's like the first one reason. And secondly, this overall sell, yeah, from here to here, we already had a discount. Like there were lots of reasons for me not to keep buying, but I ignored them. And the market has a way of doing this thing that it's every mistake you make, you pay with it in dollars. You pay for it in dollars. You pay for every mistakes with money in general. So I had a loss here. I had a loss here. Then um yesterday night, what even annoyed me was that I failed to really understand when my last valid demand was. You understand? These are the lessons I learned from this loss, from the loss I had. So I failed to understand where the valid demand was. This was the last valid demand here. Why? Because it reacted if price expands and reacts from a breaker block or a mitigation block. Yeah, this is more like price just gave this rapid movement to the top, to the upside, boom, came down, respected this sort of breaker block and bought again. So this is like my last valid break of structure, meaning this is my last demand, which price failed. So after I had a loss here, what I was thinking was that okay, since price failed to break below this low, I was thinking this was my last demand. So since price failed to break below this low, and it sort of gave me like a continuation setup. This is he also gave a market structure shift around here. That would be on the much lower time frame around here. So since it failed to break below this low, I was thinking this high will still be the target. So I had a continuation buy setup around here. It didn't even give me any what is it called, any what will I call it, profit or whatever, because I literally it was happening in the midnight and I was asleep. Just had my buy limit and went to sleep. waking up this morning to loss. It just dey sha. So yeah, price came reacted from this block here, more of like a mitigation block or a breaker block. It aligns the fair value gap and also judging from what I'm seeing here, I already have a buy limit around here. I guess it's on the other broker. It's I use Wando and what is it called? Wando and Forex.com. Wando matches my MT5 because I've had a loss because of this broker issue once and I just didn't look back and you understand I had to learn from that mistake. So I use Wando for analysis and Forex.com, both I just kind of compare them. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at now on gold because gold is overall bearish. We can't deny that fact. Yeah, so this is more of like a signal, but I mean, not financial advice is just what I'm seeing from the market. Yeah, so that's my loss. Like I said, this week it was more of like an exposure week. Because tell me why I would see a trap. This exact trap has happened last week, which I did not take because I need it to be a trap. Then I fell for it this week. I mean, it's part of the journey, it's part of the learning process. This is a phase every trader. Losses are part. I won't say losses are part of the game in general because the market itself is a probability game. Yeah. So, but I mean, learning from every loss makes you better, and I believe in being 1% better every day. So yeah, that'll be it for all for today, guys. Be sure to like, share if you found this video interesting and you learned something from it because I learned something from it. I learned something from my mistakes. So you can also learn from my mistakes and do well and do better in your own journey. So yeah, see you guys in the next one.